but the direction spot on and the length absolutely top class. Mervyn Dillon's out for 7, 211 for 8.
Ryan King owes the West Indies 12 runs to start with. 11 wides and a no ball in his spell. Why did I take that single off the first ball? Gone. So the match is virtually over now. Stumped off sack lane. King didn't have a clue. 215 for 9.
This is a ball he bowled so well, disguises it from top batsman. So the tail ender, Ryan King, really had no chance. He read it wrong. Moin Khan read it right and had the bails off enough.
Of the DMC trophy. Kind of equation we saw in that infamous semi-final of the 1992 World Cup in Sydney, when South Africa needed 22 off one ball to win. Not another wicket for Sacklane, but victory for Pakistan. 1 run coming off the last over, and Pakistan win by 15 runs. 230 for 6, plays 215 for 9, and Pakistan under Wasim Akram have taken the lead in the DMC trophy with this victory over the West Indies.
The West Indian chase finishing at 215. Close, but not close enough. Some nice middle order knocks there. 20, 29, 35. Jimmy Adams top scoring. Apart from, of course, Sherman Campbell earlier on, a nice 69 before that came to a rather sad end because of the run out. So just 15 runs short. And look at the difference in extras. Only 18 given away by Pakistan. A wicket apiece for everyone who turned his arm for Pakistan. Waqar Younis, good to see him back. Just a touch expensive, but, well, he was unlucky as well. And Amir Sohail also picking up a wicket. Saqlain Mushtaq, brilliant once again. 1 for 30 despite bowling the last over of the innings. So the story of the match, Pakistan opting to bat first, making 230. A nice bright start, in fact a record start against the West Indies. Saeed Anwar and Wajahat Wasti in a 131 opening wicket stand. Azhar Mahmood finishing it off in style, 25 not out in very quick time. And for the West Indies, Sherman Campbell once again a half century. He's been doing well in Toronto. Jimmy Adams 35 not out. Chandrapal 29, but that effort was not enough and they fell short by just 15 runs. So match number 2 with Pakistan leading 1-0 starts out on Saturday, 18 September, live at 6:30 p.m. India time. The DMC Toronto Cricket Festival, so in there as the off-spinner, although he bowls so many leg spins with that funny off-spin action of his, he really is a multiple spinner. But of course, a sound-looking team and in fairly good form too.
Will be in for some change in tactics. And I think this is history in the making. The West Indies opening the bowling with a spinner. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching a very, very momentous occasion, a great moment in the West Indian cricket history.
Looking again.
Well, it hasn't made any difference to Saeed Anwar. He still managed to get the ball off. Get a couple. And if they run fast, they might get a third. Was it a chance?
Forward misdirected.
He bowled him, so that experiment of opening the bowling with the spinner has worked. Chris Gale has got the wicket of Saeed Anwar, one of the most prolific of opening batsmen.
Well, this is a huge wicket. Saeed Anwar trying to whip the ball around through mid-wicket square leg. A little late on that one. The ball did spin a little bit. And that is the breakthrough that the West Indies were looking for. Anwar gone for 6, and Pakistan now lose their first wicket for 13.
Inzamam ul Haq coming in to replace Saeed Anwar. Chris Gale continuing, going for the big one. Wajautullah Wasti and getting it away. It's a good shot there.
And he did that wonderfully well.
Just over his head and goes away for 4, clipped away off the legs. Flying attempt by Ricardo Powell. The West Indies are right on the toes. Correction.
There seems to be a better attitude.
That's well struck. Very good blow by Inzamam. Bad ball from Dillon, and he really hit it hard. It's short of being... Short and put away again. Going to be a close to run thing here, and just managing to pull it back. That's the longest part of the boundary. So they go.
Somebody should be stood at mid-off and saying to these bowlers, pitch it up, pitch it up.
Pakistan, having lost the wicket of Saeed Anwar early on, was bowled by Chris Gale in Gale's second over. Now Hendy Bryan. Off-stump hit, no question about that. So Pakistan lose their second wicket. Not a particularly clever shot from Wasti.
No, I didn't think that was a particularly good shot. I don't think this ball is that short. Maybe just a touch shorter than normal, but he's trying to work it from off-stump on length, really. Just keeps a bit down on him. But I'd like to give more credit to the bowler than the shot that was played by Wasti. 36 for 2. Just get planted and he then try. Now that was footwork. What a stride into that for a batsman that's just come in. Wonderful shot. Really big stride out to the pitch. Moving from when it pitches to when you play it. It's got less distance to move.
Smacked away. Really didn't have all that much room. That's a good shot.
Well, that's a little bit of quality batsmanship. He waited for the ball and took it late. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Late.
Caught behind. Good catch by Jacobs. Inzamam goes. Another crucial strike for the West Indies. No wonder they're happy. They've lost their third wicket, Pakistan, and a big one.
Well, no excuse for that shot. He just played a glorious back-cut shot. The opportunity to bat right through the innings, or a lot of the innings, and then he's just fishing and fiddling outside the off-stump. I mean, that's well bowled Mervyn Dillon for pressurising him a bit, but there was really no need for that. He wasn't under pressure because he just got a boundary. 46 for 3.
Very promising player. Now coming in, a very sensible cricketer as well, coming in to join on the ground. Straight away, just managed to get his hands onto it, but it will go all the way. Amir Sahil looks in very ominous form.
There's a man there, but I don't quite think he's going to get to it. He'll get there on the bounce. No, he won't. Oh, dear. If you're a man fielding at fine leg, there are few things that can be a little more embarrassing than this one. When you overrun and the ball goes behind you for 4.
Well, these are the few things that even schoolboys know, that the ball's going to curve away when it's played in that manner. When you play a sweep shot, the ball curves away. Now this way it'll curve towards the other side. This is what Chris Gale should have known.
Man coming under it, will take it. Jimmy Adams is the man at square leg. And Amir Sohail, who's looking really good, is gone, and Pakistan are 68 for 4.
Well, with that wicket, Brian Lara will certainly be tempted to keep Mervyn Dillon going for some more time, some more overs. The ball cramping him. It was angled across his body. He was really in no position to play that pull shot, Amir Sohail. You can see his arms were cramped as he played that. Simple catch to Jimmy Adams at square leg. Soil's out for 21. It's 68 for 4.
Well struck. There's no one out there. And just a little bit of drift of line from just outside off stump to middle of leg, and well put away by Johanna.
This is beautiful batting from Yusuf Johanna. He knew that the ball was in place for him to go.
That's it. Somebody's got to go. Yeah, he's got to go. I don't care what quality of off-spinner, he has got to go. Somebody has to smack him.
Yes, good use of the feet there by Yusuf Johanna. Very positive going down the pitch. Oh, this is another boundary. This is a very good shot. Just a little bit of width outside the off stump from Courtney Walsh. Abdul Razak had been sent as a pinch hitter for Pakistan in the World Cup. So we know that he can play shots. That's a huge hit by Abdul Razak. That's gone for a big one. Not as big as some of the hits we have seen from Ricardo Powell. It's still 6 runs.
Well, every time I see this young kid, I'm impressed with his talent and also his common sense.
Should be another boundary. Nice juicy full toss on the pads, an attempted Yorker gone wrong. It's 136 for 4.
Sharp. Excellent 50 from Johanna.
Very gritty player, Yusuf Johanna, for the Pakistanis. He's done a terrific job for his team here.
Oh dear. I don't think he pulled it back. He certainly got it back and threw it, but I just thought a fair distance away that his foot touched the rope as he did that, but we'll wait and see. I'm sure we'll know very soon.
Well, the West Indies just losing their way a bit in the field. This was relatively simple. Jimmy Adams not keeping his eyes presumably on the ball, and that to me is a boundary. Hand and foot together, hitting the ropes.
Now they're picking their gaps superbly. That's the longest boundary on the ground, and it went there like a flash.
That is a majestic stroke from Yusuf Johanna. Once again, picking the gap. Moving inside the stroke and helping himself again through that mid-wicket boundary.
Four. Ramiz has been talking to you about third man being in. That's not a good ball at all, I'm afraid, from Hendy Bryan, because it gave him width to play that shot.
Gave the batsman the width, and also Yusuf Johanna had the fielder in mind. All he had to do was to place the ball in that direction, which he did adequately. Just drawing away, making room for himself, opening the face of the bat and running it down.
Now here's Chris Gale. No, I'm afraid that's not the way to start. When the batsman gets 4 of the first ball, pressure squarely on the bowler from there on.
A bit of inexperience coming in. Chris Gale has bowled so wonderfully well when he has just tried to pitch the ball in the right area, flighted the ball, but I think he's been asked to really fire it in, and when he's changed his bowling style, he's only managed to give batsmen the width on a full toss.
There's 4 people inside the circle on the off, and the ball's still gone through for 4.
This is a classic cover drive. And Johanna now goes on to 91 and Pakistan 203. Look at this stroke. Beautiful timing. The ball was there to be hit, but it was placed so nicely and middled so beautifully that it went to the boundary in a flash.
Well, obviously Lara's lost confidence because he split the field 2 and 2 now inside the circle. Johanna wants 2, and why won't he? Very good running to get back to the firing end by Johanna. I think there'd be a fair struggle on to want to take the strike against Gale in the 49th over.
Full toss once again in bowled by Chris Gale. The fielder all had to do was to throw it back nicely, but the throw was again wayward.
Oh, he might just get 4. What a good shot from Johanna. What a good young man Pakistan have found in Johanna.
Well, this has been an excellent innings from Yusuf Johanna, and this shot in particular was a treat to watch. It's very difficult to get the ball away when it's pitched up to you, but look at that, making room for himself and then opening the face of the bat with his wrists, placing it to perfection.
Now 98. 3 balls to go. Will Razak come back? Will they challenge the throw? They will, and it's gone. What a throw from Adams. On the bounce, not the stump. End of a very good innings from Razak. But on 99, it puts Johanna back in strike. And that's why there's such a good team effort from Pakistan.
Well, a wonderful innings from Abdur Razak. An unselfish effort in the end from Abdur Razak. There was never a 2 in there, but Razak supporting his partner because it was just 2 required for him to get 100, Yusuf Johanna. It's Pakistan 217 for 5.
Johanna on 99. Johanna is 100 and 103. Top innings from the young man. He's coming of age as an international cricketer, and he really could not have produced a better innings than this. The young jewel of the making for Pakistan.
Oh, what a knock. As cool as a cucumber when he came on to bat. I've always stated that he's got an excellent temperament. But this innings has been great to watch as well.
221 for 5 Pakistan.
Single to round it off. Courtney Walsh's last over produced 12 after 50 overs. Pakistan 222 for 5. Johanna 104 not out. Moin Khan didn't get a ball. The last 14 overs, Ramiz, 122 runs.
Well, this is where Pakistanis have been so good all through the World Cup. Moin Khan and company later down the order have been doing the work for them, and this time it was the younger blood who did it for them. Yusuf Johanna getting a lovely century and Abdur Razak supporting him well.
A magnificent record stand between Yusuf Johanna and Abdur Razak, rescuing the Pakistanis and taking them to 222 for 5. But some trouble certainly at the top where none of their big guns fired. Amir Sohail looking aggressive, but only 21. Great innings by Yusuf Johanna, only the 3rd century in Toronto, and Abdur Razak a fine 55. 2 wickets for 42 for Merv Dillon, and the rest, well, a wicket apiece for Hendy Bryan and Chris Gale. But not too much joy there for the West Indian bowlers. Of course, it was a much better performance by the West Indian bowlers when it came to giving away extras. They were far more controlled, but the Pakistanis battling to 222. 223 the target then for the West Indies, and they could make 215 in match number 1. Well, perhaps they could do it here in match number 2, couldn't they? We'll catch up with their chase right after the break.
Shot. Super shot.
Just pitched it up a little bit further than his earlier deliveries, Wasim Akram.
You see, although he's gone...
He's waved at it. That's a pretty ordinary shot, Jeffrey.
It is. It's one of those shots where I think he changed his mind. I think he was in two minds what to do, and he finished up just sort of a nothingness shot. I don't think there was any power there. He didn't even flash at it. He just poked the bat out in the end. And with great disappointment, he departs, leaving West Indies 21 for 1.
West Indies have just lost the wicket of Shivnara and Chanderpaul. And as Wavell Hines comes to replace him, that's how Chanderpaul was out, playing a half-hearted cut shot, caught behind by Moin Khan.
Campbell's got to be careful here. Coming across his wicket, we've seen him bowled around his legs and leg before as well in recent times. He's in good form, Sherwin Campbell. Gone straight into cover's hands. A very slack shot by Campbell, and the West Indies have lost their second wicket as Yusuf Yohana, the century maker, holds in a comfortable waist-high catch.
Another loose